In December's meeting, I remember something that Scott, our mentor, said, and it really resonated with me. He told us that a great leader never felt the need to take the credit for their success. Instead, I learned that a great leader always allows the people around them to be in the spotlight. I felt like this is such a simple but important thing. It shows so much humility and respect, and it shows what kind of person you are, that if you can just take a step back and be proud of what you've done, but you don't necessarily need the validation from others.
During one of the recent home meetings on Zoom, the main focus of the discussion was communication, and a great leader should be able to listen and collaborate with others well and be able to get their point across while still remaining likable and not too pushy.
I think adaptability is the most meaningful, especially in these crazy times, because with the situation constantly changing, you need a leader that can roll with the punches and think on their feet, and that is what adaptability is.
The leadership trait that was most meaningful to me was our Week 2 lesson in online learning, which was focused on adaptability. Especially in times which are so uncertain and chaotic, such as these, being adaptable and expecting the unexpected is extremely important towards the success of our community as leaders.
The leadership trait that is most meaningful to me is the importance of a shared vision and shared values. If everyone on a team is working towards a common goal, it's really useful if everyone knows what that goal is. And in that way, SLC has taught me to always begin with the end in mind.
Integrity and empathy, because I feel like it's the most important to lead honestly with good values and being empathetic to the people around you.
Something I found very meaningful was the difference between a hero and an interdependent leader. Heroes see everyone as competitors and followers and only focus on their individual goals, whereas an interdependent leader understands that they need other people to collaborate and share their ideas in order to reach a goal.
I found accountability to be a very meaningful leadership trait because it works both ways. You want your leader to be accountable so that you can trust them, so that you can follow them, and you can know that what you're doing is going to get done and what you're doing is the right cause. But you also, as a leader, need the people that you are leading to be accountable, because as a leader, you're not going to do everything yourself. You need help from your team, so you need to make sure that everything that needs to get done is getting done.
Passion is a leadership trait that is most meaningful to me because I believe to live a life of purpose, one must first recognize their passion. Having a passion for what you do helps you connect to the world around you. And leaders who understand and embrace passion in their organization have tremendous opportunities for empowering and engaging their employees to meet meaningful goals.
The most important leadership trait to me is dedication. I think being dedicated enough to persevere through tough times not only says a lot about you as a leader, but will also inspire the people that you're leading to rise up to the occasion and work just as hard as you are.
I felt that having the courage to go up and lead people, even if it's new to you, is a very hard skill to develop, and I felt like that was the most important for me.
I found the idea of resiliency to be very important because emotions are something that you can't prevent from happening and that come naturally in a person. Although they are fixed in every person, I feel like a leader should not view emotions as a negative connotation because people will look up to you when handling tough situations, and it is okay to portray them in a healthy or relieving way.
One of the leadership traits that really struck a chord with me was resilience, and I think that's because it's something that is so useful and so necessary in leadership and something that I had overlooked completely. I think it's important to be resilient in times of strife and difficulty.
I really liked learning about authenticity because when we're under stressful situations, it's very, very easy to just forget about your own personal values, forget about what your goal is, and just try to figure out the problem as quickly as possible. And being authentic means that you're being true to yourself. And as cliche as it may sound, it is true that no one else can be you other than you. And everyone can bring something unique to the table. So when you change who you are or when you aren't authentic, you are taking away that valuable trait from your team, and that can sometimes be detrimental. So I find it really, really empowering to learn more about authenticity.
The leadership trait that I found to be most meaningful is authenticity, and I found that this lesson really hammered home the idea that in order to be an authentic leader, you have to be true to yourself. and it emphasized that you have to have qualities like empathy and compassion to relate to people on a human level.
I really liked learning about the communication aspect of leadership because I feel like with everything going on right now, communication is extremely important.
One trait I found meaningful was perspective, because every single person has a different perspective in different matters, and being able to put yourself in others' shoes and see what they are thinking is vital if two people want to work together.